Hello traders and welcome to PL Capital's market review. Today is Thursday, December 15th. It's 5 p.m. Central Time. I want to look at the dollar, the euro, S&P, Nasdaq, oil, and natural gas. So let's get started. Looking at the US dollar index 4-hour chart. So like I was saying yesterday, I was wondering if the fifth wave was complete, and with the price action today, I definitely see this being done. So I really feel that this whole structure is complete. So we got our ABC down, and now it's a matter of what they want to do here. So I'm just going to zoom in a little. Actually, go down 1 hour. So I see it looks like they're making an impulse here. So we had this strong wave up, almost all the way, and then they had this real deep pullback for 2, and then it went up to 3, and now if this purple area holds here, then and then they go up, then we'll have our impulse up. And so that'll obviously be either a 1 or an A. We don't know yet if they're still planning on going back down one more time, but you definitely have a 1, get a bigger correction and then be going up. So but this area has to hold. They've tapped into this area, so this area of 104.54 to, what is that, about 104.37. If this area holds and we take out this high, then this will be an impulse. And then it's just a matter of how high they want to go before they make a correction. So keep an eye. I mean, if it comes in lower and breaks this, then we still can be looking like this is a ABC for 1, and then they're probably making like a leading diagonal. So if 104.406 gets taken out, probably like tonight, early tomorrow morning, then be looking for a leading diagonal, because I doubt that all of that would be correcting this whole monster thing. I mean, it's got to be a bigger correction. So it's either going to be an impulse or a leading diagonal, I believe. Going to look at the euro. So yesterday we were right here, and I was wondering if they were done. I thought they might drip up a little higher before reversing. I got to say, so they would have tricked me. Luckily I wasn't around during this impulse coming down, because they would have gotten me. So I would have seen this impulse down, and we took out that low, that previous low. And so and I was saying, like, if you get below that, it's looking good that the top is in. So what do they do? Of course, they got to shoot it back up. So I got to say, if I was a market maker, I would be, I had a couple 10 billion to play around with. So they end up making this expanded flat. So this whole move here is a leading diagonal. And then they make this expanding flat so that they can go up one more time to complete the fifth wave of the C wave. So like that would just be my favorite move, because you get every single retail trader, they see that previous low get taken out with an impulse. It'd be like, all right, wait for a correction and then enter, put your stop up just above the previous high. So, they take out all the longs here, people who've got their stop just below here, thinking that euro is just going higher. Just take those people out and get all the shorts then putting their stop, run their stop losses. Like, expanded flats are like got to be just the easiest way for market makers to make money. I mean, just that's a tricky one to catch. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out. So they made that expanding flat, and now I see that being the top, and just had a complete sell off today. Broke the previous low again, but I really feel, just based on the dollar too, that at least they're going to be having to make a real bigger correction here if they do want to go and break that top one more time. All right, onto the S&P. So the S&P, both the S&P and the Nasdaq had some technical damage done today. Well, I should say technical damage if you're a bull, taking out like a previous low here, and it's more apparent on the Nasdaq. So zoom out here. So I really feel that we had this leading diagonal for a correction, expanded correction here, and then up for C. So we got an ABC, and now we're coming down hard. And then if I zoom in, what I see so far is, to me, this all looks like a leading diagonal. So we had a leading diagonal here, correction, and then ending diagonal. And then this was 3 waves up. So we got 1, 2, 3. So this is 1. Let me zoom in. And I see this is 2. And now they made this huge, they just kept expanding or extending the waves. These last few waves here just kept expanding them, extending them, sorry. So we got 1 wave down, come on, grab it. 1, 2, and then this is all the C wave for this third wave. And I still don't even know if they're done. I think if I count these little waves correctly, it looks to me like they still have to break it one more time to have the 5th wave complete. So I think that this 3rd wave is going to finish down here, and then so I go back out. So we'll have, this was 1, this is 2. I think they got to come down, but either way, I mean, either 3 is in, or they're just going to break it one more time for 3, go up for 4, and down for 5, and then that'll all be a leading diagonal. So that's what I'm seeing, and it becomes really apparent when we look at the Nasdaq, the technical damage that was done, because this last wave here, the last wave up rather, started right there. And so I was wondering if they might be making an ending diagonal, like this was all just 1, 2, 3, and then when we had these 3 waves down yesterday to right here, I was like, I wonder if they're going to make an ending diagonal going back up. But no, they broke that low. So again, just like on the S&P, this whole structure, this is all done. And now it's, what are they doing? Are they coming to break the low, or are they going to just give us a, this leading diagonal would be like A, they'll come for B, C, and then we go back up one more time. So I'm leaning in the camp that we come and take this low out, but can't rule out that this whole move was just A. This was all A up here, and then they're coming down for B, and then they're going back up for a C. We can't rule that out yet, but this was a lot of correction here, so I feel like it's ready to go down. Sentiment seems to be favoring that too, but that doesn't mean anything. All right, moving on to oil. So we're still just in this purple zone that I've had drawn, and just zooming in, it almost looks to me like they're making like this, so we got this big impulse up. To me, I see like 5 waves down here, and then 3 waves up, and they just broke the previous top. This previous top was 77.75, and then today they went to 77.77, so 2 cents, and then here's 5 waves. So to me, this looks like an expanding flat is in the making. So if they obviously come and break this top, then that was an expanding flat, and then that could be all the correction. So we could have impulse for A, this expanding flat here, for B, and then come up for C, and then that could be it. And then we start heading down again, because we got to finish this C wave. And as I've been saying, I see this as they're creating an ending diagonal. So we have You know, got the 5, 3, 5 for 1. This will be 2, and then we'll go down for 3, 4, and 5. Finish the C wave. So that's what I see on that. Natural gas. Oh, I just want to say, give a thank you to the people who responded to my request on if anybody trades or follows natural gas. I really appreciate people responding like that a lot. So good price action today and a good bullish inventory report number came out today. We're still not out of the woods on if we're totally going up yet, but it's looking good. So, you know, like I said, I see 5 ways up, correction here, and then they just broke the top. So that looks like, you know, that's a 1, 2, 3, ABC or whatever. Now, and then they came down in ABC. So this could be 1 up here, this could be 2, and it's looking good. And if we zoom in, there's a couple ways I look at this. I got 2 bullish counts and you know, I always got to look for a bearish count. So this looks like 5 ways to me. I mean, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then down for 2. And then I see a 1 and a 2. And then I see a 1 and a 2, and this all looks like 3. And if this purple area holds, so if they don't go much below 6.77, they, you know, do their dance here and then come up and break that, you know, then this whole thing will look like an impulse to me. You've got 5 waves. So then I'm thinking that we'll have 1, 2, and then they need to come and break this top, you know, somewhere, whether they break the previous high or not. But you know, then that'll be 3. And then, I mean, so basically what I'm saying is if this purple area holds and they take out this 7036, that is super bullish to me, because then we've got this 1, 2, and then we've got this 1, 2, you know, and then this will be 3, they'll give 4, 5. And then you still got to come back to this 1, 2, and then wherever that thing finishes, that'll be 3, 4. You know, so I mean, like we're just it's off to the races here. So that's my bullish count. And then the only way I can see this being bearish is if this is A and this is B. And then, you know, they're going to make one of these sick patterns where this is 1, 2, you know, maybe this is 3, or, you know, they just break it for 3 and 4, and then they do something like 5, and that's C. So you have this A, B, C, and it turns out to be that, you know, this is ABC for A, this is A, B, and they like get really close to the top. I've seen this, especially in natural gas. They love to play games. That'd be C for B, and then they come back down and break this low one more time for C before we head up. So, you know, you got to be on guard. You know, we're not going to, obviously, if we break this top, then it's just, we're off to the races. They're making a huge leading diagonal. So we'll have 1 here, 2 here. They're going up for 3, 4, and 5, and that'll all be just a leading diagonal. Then they'll give you a bigger correction, but you know it's total bullish. So just be on guard in this little area here. You know, they could play some games here, but if they take out that previous high, 7105, it's off to the races. That's what I got, guys. Let me know if there's any questions, comments. Good luck. Talk to you guys later. Bye.